Hello guys, welcome back again to Game on TV. In this segment, you're going to talk about the oldest competition of the game. That's the FA Cup final, and that's Chelsea versus Liverpool. The Kenyan Copite himself here versus the Blue Kenyan, my guest. So, my friend, how do you feel about this big clash?
I already warned you 2 weeks ago on this same show with Alquinho, and I know he's watching. Shout out to Alquinho that we will not let Liverpool take a quadruple. And as you saw, my prediction is already falling into place.
I know you're coming with the revenge spirit, considering that we already whipped you in the Carabao Cup final. So is that the driving force behind this game?
No. That's not the driving force. The driving force between this game is Chelsea. Each season, Chelsea always tries to at least win a trophy. We've won a few this season, but we want to take another one. And just the fact that you beat us in the Carabao Cup is extra motivation, not a reason for revenge, just extra motivation to show you that we will not allow it to happen in another time again.
So you're going for the trophy, no, not a revenge mission.
In 90 minutes.
Thank you. Well, it shall be determined the game at the end of it all. So going to this big clash, you have big players that will really factor in and they will determine how the game goes by. So let's start with you in the blue corner. Which players do you think will be a big factor and the players to watch going into the FA Cup final?
For me, being a Chelsea fan, I'll talk about Liverpool.
No, talk about your team. Talk about your team and then I'll talk about mine. Why do you want to intrude other people's?
No. It's not intruding. I'm just telling you that something that will make us, beat you, and that is the absence of.
Okay, you want to point Liverpool's weaknesses.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a weakness really, but the absence of Fabinho. In my opinion, this season, apart from Salah and Mane, not apart from, but up with Salah and Mane, Fabinho has been one of Liverpool's most standout players.
For our fans who are wondering why he's saying Fabinho, news just coming into our days right now is that Fabinho has been rolled out with an hamstring until the end of the season, but Klopp is hopeful that he'll be featuring in the Champions League final. But for this game, Fabinho is out. Among other players, we have Firmino. Firmino is doubtful.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're going into this game without a key factor, that is Fabinho. For sure, he'll be a factor. But are you just going to capitalize on Fabinho missing, or what's your strategy? Is that your only strategy going to this game?
No. Our strategy, I'm very sure, Chelsea's strategy will be just to play our game, which is we will be pressing and defending very well and playing as a team.
I can say in this situation of Fabinho, it's a lose-lose situation because you're also missing a Fabinho player in your team, that is Kovacic.
Yes.
What do you think? Will that be a factor?
Yes, that is a very big factor. Kovacic, unfortunately, that horrendous tackle by James over the last game, it took him out. He's 50-50. There's a plan for him to play through a pain barrier, so that might limit his performance. Same with Kante.
Yeah, I was forgetting about N'Golo. That's the main machine of your team.
The cog itself.
But so that's a +1 for Liverpool. That you are missing Kante and.
But don't just
Kovacic
celebrate yet, because unlike Fabinho, who is out, these ones they have a 50-50 chance of making it. Yes.
So in the previous game, Chelsea game, we saw the most bullied player of Chelsea, I'll say, Lukaku, firing shots. Is Lukaku still going to continue with the form, or what do you expect? Is it going to be the inconsistent Lukaku, or the Lukaku is back?
Lukaku must. I'll just start by saying Lukaku must be one of our biggest fans, because
he's not your fan. Lukaku is not your fan. Don't lie.
I'm not saying my fan. I'm saying
I know you don't like Lukaku.
I'm saying he's one of the biggest fans of Game on TV, because that day when that video about him went up, he answered the following day with 2 goals.
By the way, I'm rendering my apologies to people for firing shots at Lukaku, but I hope he's going to go back to his bad form in the FA Cup final. I hope he'll be misfiring in the FA Cup final.
You made a mistake by mocking him, and that's why he'll want to prove Game on TV pundits wrong, and that's why I expect him to score.
Well, I hope Lukaku flops. But on the coming to the red side, we have a player Luis Diaz, who is really been making headlines in Liverpool. He's been used as a super sub and is truly coming to the games and changing the game. Do you think he'll be a trouble to Reece James on that wing?
I must say I really love Diaz. Diaz is a fantastic, outstanding player. But when you're talking about James, is incredible. James is incredible. I Diaz might have a good game, yes, but I don't expect him to overrun James the way he overruns. A lot have tried, and I don't even want to say if you have managed, because I don't see anyone who has done it. Even Benzema recognized Vinicius.
What I'll advise Reece James is to really hydrate coming to that match, because he's going to really to run. He's going to need to know why Diaz is called the little magician in the wing. So good luck to Reece James trying to mark Luis Diaz, but I can tell it's going to be a nice battle to watch between Diaz and Reece James on the wing.
Yes,
Which
that's
other players?
that will be one of the key battles in the game.
That's one of the key battles, meaning the other key battles to watch. Tell
Yes.
me, what about the Chelsea striking options up front? We have seen Tuchel favoring Havertz more. Is he going to go with Lukaku or Havertz? What's the strategy going to the game?
Lukaku having racked in the goals of lately, it is wise in football. It is always wise when a player is in good momentum,
You don't
scoring
change the
goals.
squad.
Yes, and
True.
keeping that confidence, I expect Lukaku to keep his starting position. Then I expect Havertz to come in for Christian Pulisic.
What about the money factor going into the Liverpool game, considering that there's been a lot of speculation that Sadio Mane is not renewing his contract, which is will be lapsing next year. How do you feel that's going to affect how Mane is going to perform, or his mentality going into the subsequent games?
No. I don't expect that to happen. These are world-class athletes. This is something they are used to, and I can just point out the same situation in Chelsea's team. Rudiger is going out at the end of the season. It's already confirmed he's leaving. Christensen is leaving. Aspilicueta might be leaving, and all these players have been performing very well for Chelsea. Since Chelsea, when you talk about Chelsea's best team, Aspilicueta will be there, Rudiger will be there, and that just shows, even if they are leaving, it just shows these are world-class athletes who will not allow their issues, contract issues, and to affect their mindset going into the game, knowing it's a cup final.
Well, you have said the mentality of these players is not going to be affected by any transfer speculation or the stories around the transfer rumors.
Yes, for sure.
Well, our discussion in the last few minutes have been centering around the striking region. We are forgetting a very important region, that's the defense and the goalkeeping region. And I know it will be a big factor going into this game, considering that's the strength of both teams,
Yes.
the defense.
Yes.
So what do you think will be the Liverpool strategy to manipulate the Chelsea defense?
Maybe they'll try to exploit Thiago Silva, because of Liverpool attackers. They are very pacey players.
Yeah, they are very quick.
Yeah, they are very quick, and Thiago Silva, age-wise, is quite advanced. He does not have the legs
Yeah.
to run, and the same with Aspilicueta. That's why you see sometimes when Chelsea is playing with very quick attackers, Tuchel is always interchanging Aspilicueta and James,
Yeah.
so that Aspilicueta plays on the wing back, and James can be able to deal with the quick players. So that is, I expect Liverpool to
manipulate
do
on
that, and also just to press, because
overlapping defenders.
yeah,
that is.
Liverpool is also known to play high pressing football, which I don't expect them to veer off from that. They'll just come with the same strategy.
Well, at the start of the show, you already talked about Fabinho missing,
Yeah.
and that's going to be a key factor when it comes to the defensive strategy of Liverpool.
Yes.
What about the Liverpool playing high line? Will it work for Chelsea? High line defensive high line.
That might be a disadvantage to some point. It also depends with the personnel that Chelsea starts, because when you look at a player like Lukaku, mainly he likes playing as a target man. When you throw balls at him, he holds the ball, and so that he brings in other players. But when you are playing Werner, Werner likes to run the channel. So when you're playing Werner with a high line, it means he can easily exploit the lines. So that one I can say it will depend on the personnel. If Werner is playing, then Werner likes a high line because of his pace. But for Lukaku, a high line, he might struggle a bit.
So what's your front three, Chelsea front three, going into this game? What do you think the front three should line up?
Mount definitely should be there.
Yeah.
Lukaku has been scoring, so I'd keep him in the team. I'd keep Lukaku in the team. Also, I'd start Havertz. He's been out for a while, so he's fresh.
That's your front three. How about Liverpool?
Liverpool, I expect.
Or I'll just tell you, for Liverpool, I'll prefer Mane, Diaz, and Salah, and then you can have Diogo Jota starting from the bench, coming to fire from the bench.
Yes.
Well, our viewers, that's it for the FA Cup segment. It's going to be a big clash for sure. We will also like to hear from you, your views, especially the Chelsea and Liverpool fans.
And the predictions as well.
So in the comment section, after you subscribe, you can also just add your comment there. How do you think the game will go? And also the strategies going to the game. So that's been it for this segment. See you shortly for the next segment. Cheers.
And keep on subscribing.
For sure.